Hey guys, welcome back to my gameplay video of Endless Legend Shadows. I wanted to bring up a couple things. I know that there was some concerns from a couple people. Basically, I don't know if they were complaining about the fact that these unit models didn't look quite as good as the base game, but I just wanted to quickly show that they are. I mean, they're definitely on par with the base game. In this case, the models look maybe a little less detailed because they're all blacked out and they're like shadowy. But I don't think that they're any less detailed than the base game. So I just wanted to, and also we need to talk about this for a split second. I do want to remind everybody that this is beta. There is still development going on with this, and right now the closed beta is something that they were comfortable showing because it is far enough along, but everything's subject to change. So let's pull up one of these guys. Oops, wrong one. So we can pull up this model as well. I mean, as you can see, it's just blacked out. It's really just sort of a shadowy figure. So it's not like they're any less detailed. They're just, maybe there's just a little less room for detail considering their nature. So worry not, please. Also, something that we sort of skimmed over was the security gameplay mechanic. Now, this is your defense from other factions' espionage actions. And if you start to think that maybe, well, actually, you'll start to notice actions being taken upon you, you'll lose population, you'll have different things that happen to you. And the defense for that, basically, is to select this roundup, which is where your city basically diverts 50% of its production towards finding the spy. So you can click on this, and it'll ask you, do you want to try to flush out the spy? And you say yes. And the flip side is that you're losing production, but you do eventually find the spy and kick him out or jail him or whatever. So, that is one aspect of the game that I didn't really get into too much. The other aspect was that we can start to dual wield. So here we go, we can dual wield swords, we can dual wield, let's say we want to dual wield axes. Or you want to dual wield a sword and an axe. So now you can do that. The offhanded weapon receives 50% less, or actually incurs 50% less damage than the on-hand weapon, but it does increase your damage overall, obviously, at the expense of defense, because usually you put some shields and stuff there. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then you also have stuff like this where your camouflage, it can be actually increased. Let's go ahead and do this, and you'll see here. It can become invisible in 4 styles if all units in the army have the same ability. So, yeah, I probably should look more into the camouflage stuff because I thought they were all innately camouflaged. So, yeah. Maybe there's actually particular tiles that you're not as camouflaged on. And that's definitely something that I should clear up. So I will do that before the next video. How about that? So we've got an empire plan. Let's go ahead and keep it with the dust. And we're going to move these guys over to this here city so we can start our espionage actions. Alright, so the bro streets are going to be next. And we're going to actually take this once we get close. We don't need to do it just yet. We might take this village out here just to work towards. I mean, again, this isn't gonna be a full let's play, so let's not even worry about it. I'm trying to show off some of the new mechanics, not really play this game to the best of my ability, which really isn't that good. So I don't think you guys would want me to. Alright, Garin, go away from me. Alright, so let's keep on moving, keep on trucking. I do like that animation there. Now, as far as the complaints that the Forgotten may have been, maybe a little uninspired, to that I'll say that I kind of agree. Only that I feel like with Endless Legends base game, the starting factions, the you know, the first group of factions, were so diverse and exciting that I was kind of hoping for a non-humanoid race. That obviously didn't happen, and that's okay. Obviously, that's not within Amplitude's vision of this game, but I would have liked to see, you know, something that wasn't. Sorry, we are prepared to speak with you. Your envoys will be returned unharmed. So, yeah, that's something that I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see. I don't know. I can't even think of anything off the top of my head that would have been cooler, but maybe shadowy people, like literally like shadows that have become aware or something like that. And that's, you know, the espionage faction. It is what it is. I still think that the espionage gameplay mechanic and the new Forgotten definitely add something to the game. I just wish maybe they had been a little bolder with the look and feel of the faction itself. So to those who you know, may have complained about that, I can kind of understand where you're coming from, because, you know, they set the bar so high that you're kind of expecting something, you know, out of the park, out of the blue. So we obviously need 22 more, or I'm sorry, 22 influence, which is 5 more for what we've got. We can also, we'll go ahead and actually divert somebody there. And so that's only going to be 1 turn instead of the 2. So now we're going to go ahead and infiltrate. And we're going to put 3rd builder Galayawa there. And so what happens now, I lose my hero, which kind of sucks, but I now gain the ability to build my infiltration level and then use those infiltration levels to basically conduct actions that allow me to steal stuff. I mean, we'll get into it here in just a second when I actually build up enough. It could tell me right here that it takes 4 turns for my infiltration level to get from 1 to 2. With the actual quest that I'm on, I need to build it to 3, so we'll wait until it's 3. Seniority level is something that I said that we talk about. The infiltration level will increase with, you know, the longer you're in there. The seniority is basically that it's harder to. It doesn't really say here. Wait, there it is. Oh, let's try that again. Alright, so the seniority bonus is increased by an equal amount to the infiltration level of each performed infiltration action. This bonus will be added each turn to the production of infiltration points. The value is reset if the spy leaves the city. So the longer he's there, or she's there, the quicker she can build her infiltration levels. So once you use a particular skill, a particular action, the infiltration level drops down. And, you know, various things can happen. So we'll talk about that here in just a second. Let's go ahead and let the turns go by, and we'll do some exploration while we're waiting. Found nothing. Awesome. Super great. Thank you, guys. You know, we'll go ahead and attack these fellers right here while we're waiting. Bribe? I don't think I'm going to bribe them. What do we build? Oh, so someone's actually in the second era already. Probably dark green. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take aqua pulveristics, and we'll work towards the. Oh, we'll take that too, and then we'll actually get the alchemist furnace so we can get some mining going on. And here in the city, we've got the borough. I'll need 247, which is quite a way off. Let's go ahead and see if we can get more going. So yeah, that'll just be a couple more turns then. And then once we get that, we'll have the dust dredger set up. And let's go attack these guys. I should be able to use my range to take on 2 dredge. Yes, perfect. Well, maybe not perfect. Now that I see what's going on. Let's move down over here. And we'll set them both to wait. Or not. Why would they wait as I told them to? Oh, I think I did the wrong one, that's why. That is most certainly why. Yep, not very smart. Alright, let's pull back. Please God. Let's pull back here. And both you, for the love of God. Oh, well I guess that's just not gonna happen. Not good. I made mistakes here. Trying to rush through it, and here I am. Probably gonna lose both these guys, which is not good. Lost one. Alright, Phil, please, just go. Go, 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 go. There we go. Alright, oh no, we still won't do it. We had a shot there for a second, but... Okay, that's alright. Like I said, I'm not here for the strategies of all this. I was trying to rush through it, and look at all look what I did. I messed everything up. Alright, so we've got those two. That should increase our score quite a bit. Not that I'm score chasing, but it helps me kind of understand where I am in regards to everybody else. So Red's doing not as well as we are. Sucks for them. Let's take a look at our... So in 2 turns, we're going to have an infiltration effect increased. Just a random Garen just walking around my territory. Get out of here! Tell you what. Alright, so I've now reached infiltration level 2. So that basically, like I said, we're trying to get to infiltration level 3. But at this point, as you can see now, some of these infiltration actions are now available. So I can steal tech, and based on what level I am is going to determine what kind of technology I can steal. As you can see in the mouse over to the right. I can also decrease population, and again, each level of infiltration gives me the ability to kill more people. I can damage fortifications. I can reduce their fortification by 25%. I can decrease their industry production. So I could really just cause a lot of havoc here. Especially with like a dedicated spy. Obviously with the marketplace opening up, you can jump in and grab some of these guys. And for spying in particular, you probably want to grab one of the forgotten heroes. But we're going to leave these guys, or leave her there and doing her thing until infiltration level 3. So level 3 of infiltration. See if we can buy this yet. We can, so we're going to. And as you can see, my security is actually... Oh, you won't know this, but my security level is higher as a base, I think, than any other faction. And to answer another question that I saw, each of these... I mean, the espionage is open to every faction, so obviously the Forgotten are much better at it, and by much better I mean they have one skill better. They're only, you know, like, I think, let's look at this for a second. Actually, let's go in here. No, it's not going to be in here. They have a bonus. Let's see if we can find it. Yeah, there's a bonus somewhere. So they have pillage power. That's something that we're going to talk about here too in a second. Pillaging is new to this game as well, or new to this expansion, and it's pretty awesome, especially for the dust, or the the Forgotten, because they need dust so much. Swap those around. All right, let's go ahead and buy that too. Help me gain more and more dust here. It's much like the Broken Lords in that you really just want to get as much dust going as you can. You know, I screwed up. I bought the... Oh, no, there are 2 river tiles. Good. I was about to say, I screwed that one up. again, it's my apologies. I'm not going to be the best thing ever, and that is because I'm trying to get through and show you these new gameplay mechanics, and that's the last time I'm going to apologize. All right. Once the filtration here is ready, I'll buy that too, and that way we'll just have so much dust, no one will know what to do with us. Let's see, what's our score? Wow. Dark Green's killing it, 128. So they're just. I bet you they're the vaulters too, because they get through the research tree so quickly. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and pull that up. The rebel forgotten who have joined your armies claim Zima, and others are being held captive. So we've done it. We've gained level 3. So now you know where the ruins in Magamaj, Zima, and the others are. To free them, search the indicated unspoiled ruins. Show location. We're going to need an army for this. And let's go ahead and take care of something here. We can... What were we going to do? Let's steal vision, just to see what they've got. So let's steal vision. Alright. So I performed it. And sometimes you'll get caught, sometimes you'll get injured, other times you get thrown in jail, and this time I was unnoticed, which is great. So we're also going to unassign her. Actually, no, what we'll do is, yeah, we'll unassign her. She needs to come back, and so now we've got a good idea of what's going on in their world. Let's see what they see. Oh, Zima Adia. So they've already completed their quest a bit here. Alright. Then let's do this. So we'll go ahead and build the dust filtration. And we'll take a predatory and an assassin. And so she's now back at the academy. See if she's good for anything in skills. Nope. Alright. Dismiss that, and let's make our way to the ruins. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what the espionage system is about. It's about getting a spy in there and building infiltration levels so that you can wreak havoc on that particular city and that particular faction. Yikes. Alright. I'm losing all these. Another thing I wanted to mention too is that the Forgotten are actually very, well, not very, but they are rather weak to begin with. But their ability to strengthen grows exponentially in the mid to late game. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the furnace. We'll take the advanced alloys next. And we'll have to build some more. Especially to offset the fact that it's winter. Let's put some titanium extractors out there. Where is it? I don't see it. Huh. It's saying, oh, there it is. Caught up in the blue and the white. So I'm gonna actually play until we get this particular quest done, and then I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it be. I've shown you enough. We'll try to see if we can pillage before I get to that point. I'd really like to show you guys that, but I don't want to give away too much because I want you guys to, you know, have your shot at discovering all this new stuff. How far are we? Right, one more turn for the predatory. Let's go ahead and build it. And then the assassin will come. Hopefully by then the winter's done. There we go. Something cool that I saw on the forums the other day is that one of the developers feels like the winter is not as impactful enough, I should say, and they feel like some gameplay should change as a result. And I totally agree with that. They basically are saying that there needs to be something really exciting that occurs during winter that's not just, so damning and detrimental, but maybe offers a different way to play the game in the winter months. So I don't know if that means that they're gonna introduce a big bad that comes through in the winter, or something that can occur through gameplay in like army composition. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel like they have some ideas, which is exciting. I'm definitely good for livening up the gameplay, especially in the winter months, because the winter months kind of just feel like a pain in the ass right now. They're not particularly, like, they don't do anything really as far as change my strategy or anything like that. I'm just losing all of these. Damn you. Let's go ahead and release these and assign to that army. And we'll bring third builder down to these. It takes 5 turns, good god. So I'll try to take these. I will take this out to the best of my ability. And we will then pillage, so I can show you what that does. But it's basically, you'll find any outside building, like a strategic resource, mine, or watchtower, and you can use those, or not use them, but rather pillage them while standing within one tile of it. And it takes a couple turns, but once you're done with it, you gain various resources. Usually dust. It can also be other stuff, like whatever it is you're pillaging. It might be like a wine mine. I don't know if you can really say that, like a wine extractor. Yay. Good for somebody else. Like I said, not what my goals are today. Let's see if we can get... Let's give 25 life. Yeah, let's do 25 life. So that's what happens when you extract, and I'm sorry, when you pillage. So when you pillage the extractors and stuff like that, you're going to gain some of what's going on. And stop the outbreak, Delver's village, blah blah blah. And with the Forgotten, it's particularly important because their dust needs are so great that going around and pillaging things is very important. So let's go ahead and make this happen. 5 titanium. Alright, so you find Zima broken out alive. Of the others, there is no sign. We are still in the shadow of the power in the shadows. She whispers as you unshackle her from imprisoning irons. So now we get Zima Adia, which was kind of spoiled by the fact that we saw the other faction with them already. That's crazy. I should feel relief and happiness upon seeing Zima back in our midst, and I do, but those emotions are eclipsed by much more powerful feelings. Feelings of rage and frustration, a desire for vengeance. Though Zima is broken and a remnant of her former self, even in her weakened state, I can see the same glimmer in her eye. She cannot yet talk of who her captors were, nor for what purpose they tortured her. That will come in time. For now, I must do everything in my power to rebuild her strength. Of Arla, the third pillar of our trinity, I hear whispers that she wandered from the Dagari Tunga in a fever, her body found in the wilderness. If true, the Forgotten have lost a great leader. We will honor her by forging the greatest Forgotten civilization ever to grace Auriga. One able to withstand, perhaps even flourish, in the grim winter that comes. Zima's dual swords, Shadowbinder and Shadowbrand, lie broken, exactly as we found them beside her slumped body. When her strength is returned, we will find a way to make them whole again. She will need them to have her vengeance! Start rebuilding Zima's powers by unlocking the skill Double or Nothing at level 2. So, I basically need to level her up, but we won't get into that. At this point, I'm going to see if we can find... Oh, there's one right there. So, I'll come up here and I'll show you pillaging. So let's also get Zima out there. she can actually, we'll get her to infiltrate in just a little bit. Once we get her up, or once we get up to this, once we see this city, you can infiltrate it. Alright, and then once she builds her level up, that would be enough to get the next section of the quest. Let's go ahead and buy this. Yay, we're in the Age of Glory. Whoop-de-doo. I didn't mean to do any of that. What's going on? Oh no. Let's actually reduce, yeah, let's do the predatory. And we're going to research the mists. I'm gonna take the predatory out just to kill this thing. Just for the giggles. Oh, that's right, they've got really good range. Wow. Wow, there goes. Oh my god. That is not good at all. Wish I could auto-resolve this so I could just speed up the inevitable. Problem is I haven't been doing any upgrades or anything like that, so that, I mean, this is definitely where my issue is. Should have just let them sit there and do their thing. Yay, we all lost. I think that'll end up killing my city, right? No, it won't. Okay. Let's get this done before I lose this game. Alright, so wait. Oh, that's not complete yet. That's what it is. So, and that's actually not what I thought it was. So, we'll pull up here and see if we can find a building. It can't actually be on a city. So it has to be on a watchtower or like a building that's outside of the city structure. So we'll see if we can find one. They don't really seem to be exploring too much. I had vision on them and they don't really seem to be out and about. Although the vision's now over, because I think it was 6 turns. But they really hadn't... I don't know how they completed their quest without venturing out further. Alright, so she's now level 2. She's gained level 2, and I think this is... no. What was her... I don't remember exactly what she needed to have level 2 of. Let's take a look. Not that I plan on completing it, so... double or nothing. I just realized there's actually something that needs to be added, because it says that they gain levels by being in battle or by being the governor of a city. But obviously they gain it through espionage too. Double or nothing, huh? Where is that? It's like way up here or something. Where are you? Oh, there we go. Alright. So I'd go through here and get to that one. That's going to take a while. And we now have all this going for us. We're going to do vision just so I can figure out where the hell any buildings will be. I thought I saw the outline of someone else's. It's up here. Let's see what we can do up here, though. It's a relatively small land with 6 enemies, so... Anyways, honestly, I don't know that there's really any need to push this through, considering that the pillage isn't really, like, particularly... You know, I wouldn't say it's not exciting, but it's not exciting. it's a cool gameplay mechanic that adds to the strategy of what you're doing, but watching it itself isn't particularly exciting. So I don't really think it's necessary to do. Oh man, I'm just getting killed here. But I don't really think it's necessarily to do all this to make sure that you guys see it. So hopefully I've shown you like the majority of what the new expansion shows. You've got a brand new faction. You have a new espionage mechanic that honestly is a lot of fun. It doesn't maybe seem like a lot on the surface because it's just a screen, but I believe that it's one of the better espionage systems ever implemented in a 4X game, and I have a lot of fun with it. So it's fun to kind of just drop one of your heroes into one of these cities and then just mess with your AI opponents or even your multiplayer opponents. But the other questions that were asked is basically whether or not AI is being improved, and they are working on it all the time. And they did do quite a bit to make sure that the AI can use the espionage, and I have been witness to being spied on and have espionage actions acted on me. I guess that's how you could say it. So they are doing a lot as far as that goes. They have an AI overhaul planned that will not make it into this expansion, but they've promised will come in a DLC or add-on very shortly after, once they can get it all done. They don't want to rush it, and that AI overhaul is basically to incorporate a lot of the feedback that they've gotten, but also to provide specific AI like personalities to each of the factions. So, you know, the Draken might be a little bit more peaceful, whereas now, like, they are all playing the same way, the same game, regardless of their faction, like, you know, innate desires, or like maybe, you know, what you'd expect each of these factions to want. So they're planning on making each of them sort of have, you know, their own play styles and stuff like that. So that's a big one, and it's, you know, definitely welcomed and maybe a little past due at this point. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys have got an opportunity to see what it is you're going to be getting. I don't know the price point. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing, and if there is, I'd be happy to show it to you guys. But those are the main points of this expansion pack. I personally feel like it's worth it anywhere between the $10 to $15 range. Beyond that, I would start to feel a little less comfortable, you know, maybe recommending it to everyone. But this isn't a review whatsoever. I don't want to be, I'm not recommending it, or I'm not making any sort of recommendation either way. I think it's a lot of fun. I know that I'm enjoying it, but I also think that your mileage may vary depending on how much you liked the base game and what you expected from an expansion pack. So let me know if you guys want anything else. Let me know if there's something that I have, you know, completely glossed over. And, you know, as far as the rest of the stuff goes, I'm going to leave this to be the only videos that I put out, for hopes that you guys can, you know, explore your own on your own and find out what's left. But that's a good overview. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if not, I'm sorry. But stay tuned for more videos from explodinate4x.com as we get more and more access to 4X games and show you what we know of them and what we can do to help you with your purchasing decisions. Thanks, guys. See you guys around.